Right. So I want to make a couple changes to this guy. So we are working on our little game here. Here's our little mock-up of the concept, right? So we have kind of like a real-time strategy type shit. You're like building an army, right? He's gonna like you have like got your guys. They spawn over here. They get some berries and they feed the berries in to this like giant slug monster. When the giant slug monster eats berries, he poops out more guys. Hello, hooray! Right? Then these guys eventually run out of berries on these berry bushes. So they like cut paths through the forest. These paths, imagine that these paths aren't here. They like cut paths through them and they find more berry bushes. Wow. Eventually, they run into more guys. The other guys aren't rendered here because I think I fucked something up, but like whatever. So here they were like run into other guys, they fight, and then bing bang boom, game's over. When one army is consumed the entire map. Because what happens is when they fight, they're gonna cut off the head of their foes, and they're going to put the guys in. They're gonna feed like their enemies to the slug monster instead of berries, right? And so it becomes a game of like you there's like some maximum number of like players in the world, or like I don't know what the word for this is, like little guys. There's some amount of little guys, and they kind of like get like pulled and pushed between the two armies because like you can like eat basically the guys you kill and like add them to your army. That's kind of like the idea. And so we need to add some like animations and stuff for that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change his sword to an axe, I think, because if he's going to be cutting down trees, that kind of makes more sense. So let's do like sword to axe. Maybe that's not the first thing. Maybe the first thing I want to do is model a dead boy, right? Because once we model a dead boy, then we can like make a little backpack that we can put the head in. So the idea is that like this guy is going to wear a backpack. He's going to put the head of his enemy in the backpack and carry it somewhere. So we need to like get a head of a guy so that we can like figure out how to like model the backpack and stuff. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So what is like the vision here? It's like you have like little blob man, and he's gonna like swing his axe probably, and he's gonna go like whooching, and that's gonna go through like other blob men. So maybe we're gonna end up with like something like this, right? It's gonna be like dripping blood. Probably at an angle is better, right? So like something like that, and then like the rest of his body just probably disappears. Right? Like something like this. I guess this is the idea. And then inside, we can kind of imagine him like as like a steak, right? So like he's got like, he's got like meat in there, little red meat. And then like what do they usually draw when they draw like cartoon steaks? I think there's like usually some sort of like border there, and then like a bone coming out. Maybe it's just kind of like a bone kind of cut in half here because the other bone's part like in his head. How Rust works, dude, I don't know. Let's look at like like maybe we can use like Among Us as inspiration. Yeah, like something like this. Okay, so they just draw like pink in there, which isn't necessarily what we want to do, but not necessarily not what we want to do. Okay, so probably we save this as a dead character. Probably. I don't know, man. And we just start like cutting our little guy up. Probably. Um, yeah, I guess. So can we probably get rid of all animations related to this, unless we want to animate into dying state. Not really sure yet. Um, yeah, I guess there is no reason to like force the armature to go away. We can just kind of disable it for a second. Like this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So let's ditch the sword and shield, probably. I think these are going to change later anyways. And these eventually are probably going to move into their own assets anyways. So we're kind of looking at something like this. I guess we probably want his teeth as well to be there. And so we need to like split this into two meshes, which should not be that hard, right? Um, hmm. How we cut this matters. How we cut this matters, right? Because like then what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is this guy's gonna put on like a little backpack, right? And he's gonna like take the head off this guy and like put it in the backpack is kind of like the vision, right? And so like how we cut this thing kind of shapes how it's gonna fit in the backpack, probably. So I think we can try starting with like relatively flat, right? You can kind of we could maybe do it so that it's like he's kind of like sits in the backpack rotated. Maybe. Right, so then you can kind of see like from some angles, you see like his head, and then from other angles, you see like the bloody gross part. Yeah. I mean, or maybe that idea works better if it's like a more sliced vertically, right? You could just cut it kind of more like this, and then this guy's like almost vertical in the backpack, but still bloody as well. That's also like a more natural swing pattern, right? If he cuts through kind of like at like this angle, right? That doesn't seem crazy. Does not seem too crazy. Do we have the fucking subdivision on? I think we can probably delete that. Hide that as well. In fact, I don't know why we have it on at all. Do we even need a subdivision? Oh yeah, I guess it kind of like makes his eyes a little smoother and stuff. Sure. Yeah, let's try something like that. So I guess it's kind of like we just kind of grab this stuff and separate it, I guess. Mm, is there like a split, separate selection? Sure. I guess. Oh yeah, it's fine. Okay. Ideally, we kind of make this like a flat thing. So can we like not fully separate them, but kind of do like a split? Nice. Okay, that kind of works. That works for me. Okay. So now can we take like the vertices that are on the border? Like how do I make it so we only get the border vertices? We need to like fill that shit in. Um let's think for a sec. Let's think for a sec. Maybe it does make more sense to separate this stuff, because then we can kind of hide this half while we fill in this half. And like how what is the like mechanism to fill this thing in? I think it's probably better to fill first, then split after. Or sorry, to make it straight while it's all one piece of geometry. Does that feel better? Maybe it does. We turn off the fucking see-through shit. I don't really know how to do this. Yeah, I guess we just like triangulate the parts that we want to cut. Maybe? Right, if we're like this, that doesn't work. Can we like I want to like make a line here, you know? Which I thought you do, but I guess we could just delete the faces and redraw them. Because I thought there was a way to like be like yeah, so if I say make a line there, it's not splitting the face, which is not ideal. There's got to be some sort of like insert edge split face. Surely. Surely. Knife, subdivision, loop cut. This is probably J. J is what I'm looking for. So here I go like this. Could not connect vertices. That's hype. Why not? That works. This one doesn't. Why? What the fuck? Okay, but we can do this for most of them? No, not these ones either. Is it because it's like they're not looped in the right way? Oh, interesting. Yeah, it looks like these loops don't go all the way around. Why not? Why do they just stop? What the fuck is that? Like, hello? Why are these not one loop? Weird. I guess I just like fucked it up somehow. Is it like face orientation? No, he's the right way out. Alright. Alright. So I guess that means that we have to go the route of like doing this. Which feels kind of gross. I guess. I guess. I don't know, man. Sure. Is this really the easiest way? This seems insane to me. This seems like an insane way to do this. I don't want to go face by face and cut them all out. But I guess, like, what else? I guess we could just, like, if we were gonna get... Ew, what the fuck has happened to this guy? Is he separated already? Why does it look like that? Oh, because I made this cut already? Is that really it? No, he looks like so chopped up already. But I didn't even do it yet. What the fuck? Revert. Does he always look like that? Or am I fucking mental? No, he did not look like this before. So how come I thought I didn't change anything and that just like totally fucked everything up? What in the fuck? Like, wasn't all I did like click join on these two? Also, why does that join work now? That's confusing. So I must have been in some fucked up state that I didn't notice, which is fine. We can live with that. If I can connect things this way, that's way nicer. Okay, let's kind of do it like this, and then can we like kind of slide that one up and maybe this one down, join these. Sure. Okay, so this is probably gonna go kind of like this way, and then I don't know, man. Sure. Yeah, fuck it. That looks kind of like a good cut. There we go. Womp. I think we need to kind of come back up a little bit more soon. Right, so maybe like the cut comes back. I guess it could go a little lower. Do I want it to go a little lower? That line feels okay. Maybe we keep coming this way now. I kind of want to go like really shallow on this part, to be honest. Maybe even like off this side. Yeah, it kind of feels more right to me. Which means that like I kind of want to just connect all of this. Which means all of this was maybe too steep? Maybe? I guess. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know, man. So can we like... Oopsies. Delete edge. Delete edge. Kind of merge these things back into... Oopsies. 1, 2, 3, fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Face. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So maybe we want to go a little more shallow. So this guy kind of comes up. This starts kind of looking like this. This kind of comes up even. Yeah, and then this kind of maybe joins here. Yeah. That's like an okay cut. So then we just kind of have to like fuck up all of this stuff a little bit. And that kind of gives us like a nice line. So now we just have to follow it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. We need to kind of flatten it out a little bit. Just so that it looks kind of nicer, I guess. From it. I got no, bomb. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So now we should be able to just kind of like bisect this. I don't really know how. Can we like select only like south of something? Is that like all by trait? Select linked. Not really. I think we probably just start by clicking manually on all of these again, like we did a second ago. And then kind of just do like a wiggle select after. Okay. So now if we're like go transparent and just like take all of this stuff at the very least and all of this stuff and all of this stuff looks like it should go. Right? Hand wavy. Then probably no more transparent, and we just kind of do the rest. Whoa. Yeah. So then we can do like a separate. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. Right now we should be able to kind of fill this shit in. Oh, nice. So we just like do that. That looks fucked because of smoothing, but if we shade auto smooth, does it look a little less garbage? Sure. We can like crank this thing up. So the vast majority of this is smooth, but we have this kind of like hard section here. Does the subdivision still look okay? No. So if we to fix that, we probably want to like crease this thing a little bit more, I think. If we just like do that, that looks kind of fine. Fine, yeah, we can run with that. That's, I mean, we can also like shore this up later, for sure. For sure. Later, this could be like this. This should not be one big face, right? That's like bad. What do you call it? Topology. It's like why everything looked fucked up if I didn't do these tricks, but it's good enough. Good enough. We probably want to replace his eyes with X's, right? Like we probably want to like draw little X's here, which means that we can probably go into his eyes and kind of just yoink him out. Or first, like, take these guys and like, I want you to kind of just whoop, you know? Yeah, that's not that bad. Whoop. All right. So then we should be able to just draw, I guess, kind of like all of these guys even. Like, might want to come out a little bit more. Like if we kind of... I don't know, man. Right, if we just kind of like... We're trying to like round this part out, right? So it's not like indented here. I just don't really know how. I don't know, man. There's like a like grow selection. Select more. There we go. And then can we like merge by distance? Nice. Okay, so then we can kind of... I think we're getting somewhere. So this way we'll kind of like just bring it up a little bit. Kind of make it less indenty. Like, I don't fucking know, man. Alright, that should be like a little bit better. Yeah. Then can we bring the faces back? How bad does that look? That looks kind of okay. Yeah, there's not like anything like super noticeable there, which should let us draw a little. Oh yeah, that looks fine. There's like a little bit of creasing here, but that won't matter. It won't matter. All right. So we want to give this guy the same treatment, probably. Do 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 do. Merge by distance. Okay, and then we try to like bring these out a little bit. Fuck it, sure. This feels like it's a little too far out. Maybe this one also feels a little too far out. All right. Christoph, hello! Hello, Ziglings. What's up, you guys? We are working on our kind of little video game. It's a little bit of a meme, but really I'm just making it because I want to. Right? It's a thing that I think will make me happy. It's like a thing that I want to exist, and so I can make it exist. And that's pretty fucking cool. The cool thing about programming is you can just do whatever you want. Right? But this is our like little mock-up of the idea. So we're gonna make a game where we have, you know, our little guys. They run around, they collect berries, they feed the berries to the slug monster. The slug monster obviously poops out more guys, right? So your army grows by feeding berries to the slug monster. You have like a forest that we like is going to be like kind of like deconstructible, I guess. Your guys are gonna have like axes. I have to like replace these swords with axes because I hadn't really fleshed out the idea when I rendered these guys, but you know, they're gonna go cut down some trees, make some paths through the forest to some other berries. Eventually, they kind of like are going to collide with another army coming in the opposite direction. They're going to like stop feeding berries to the slug monster, but instead feed the dead bodies of their foes. Right? And so they're gonna like cut the guy's head off, put his head in the backpack, run back over to the slug, put the head in the juicer, and then the slug is gonna eat the guy and then shit out another guy, but he's on your team now. And so on the code side, I think we have to update this a little bit. Pull, get, fetch, all probably. This is what we have so far. If I'm in the right environment, I'm not, but we'll show you. So this is just kind of like the mock-up, and then we have like a like little Zig program that we're writing to actually do the game. But the program's not very far yet. We kind of have like something that can import a little GLTF file and render him, and then we have like the armature of this guy kind of imported for his little running animation. But we haven't like skinned it yet, so we have to kind of like attach these two things together. And then once we do that, we actually have to like do anything that's not this, right? So our game's not very far yet, but we're getting somewhere. Wow, that's a cool animation. He's kind of cute, isn't it? He's cute. It's gonna end up looking like this, right? But maybe not so in sync. But yeah, so what I'm doing now is we're looking at basically like we're trying to make it so that we can cut off the guy's head and put him in the backpack. And so we need to make it look somewhat. We need to have like something. Something for when we cut off his head, and that's what I'm making right now. Tim, thanks for the prime, much appreciated. All right, so I think here this is probably good to start like texturing this thing. Let me turn on the subdivision again. Yeah. Okay. So what are we gonna do? We're probably gonna have like our material for this guy is gonna be different than it was before, but maybe not by that much. We probably kind of merge in the colors of like the parts that we want to draw on top of. Probably. So you probably want like image texture here that's gonna be like mixed in with his body color. I guess. And we're probably going to mix it based off of alpha. So we're going to use, whatever color he was before, which is like something like this. I don't really remember. That's close. I guess we could just copy the fucking value, huh? Actually, I think that this is just changing everything, so it's fine. Okay. Then we want a new picture here. And I guess what do we want to do here? We like alpha 0 is probably fine for alpha here as long as we can like paint 0 alpha on this, which I hope we can. Is there no way to do like, can I not paint 0 alpha? That kind of sucks. I can like make it like white. What about like nada? There's no like A in here. That's annoying. We could just use like white or something as our like 0 value. Can we like Blender texture paint 0 alpha? Is that like a thing we could do? Erase alpha. I mean, this is from before, but like this is old ass Blender, but the concept might be the same. Blender 2.8. Blender texture paint clear alpha. Right click. Is it this? Haha. Let's go. Dude, I would never have found that. What in the fuck? Like never. I would never have found that. Okay. So can we go back to here? And so now if we start like drawing on this in some way, can we, is this the guy like UV unwrapped? What does this like look like? Shit. It looks like shit. Why is this like completely missing? Whatever. Oh, here. Okay, fine. Maybe it's this. Okay, so can we UV unwrap this thing? Smart UV project? Yeah, we can take that. We'll take it. And so now can I like, just draw some like X's on his eyes here? I probably need my tool to be mix. Okay. And then how do I make it? Okay, here we go. If we draw in this angle, that should be kind of good. So if we wanted to do like this for his eyes, hell yeah, dude. It's perfect. What more could you want? And then in here, we want to probably paint this whole section red. What's going on here? Erase alpha. Oh, the UV unwrapping is not ideal, I guess. Right, because his eyes are like all kind of fucking split up. Suboptimal. Yeah, it's like this eyes unwrapping kind of sucked. How did you go from compulsory to this? I can barely keep up. Dude, it's just like whatever I feel like on a given day. That's kind of the rule. There's not much more to it than that. um, variety streamer. Yeah, yeah. We have so much variety here. It's all within programming, but one category, but still variety. We can call it variety. Um, yeah. So this UV unwrapping just blows balls, I guess. Can we maybe like higher for less distortion, lower for more precision group? So if I like, let's just do what it says and throw a little. Oh, okay. I see what's going on there. So now where are his eyes? Here and here. I mean that's better. Yeah. Hype. And then this is all one section as well. Yeah, I mean that's good enough because we don't really need everything to be projected well. We just need like a couple areas that we care about. Okay. Sick. Um okay. Let's go back to black. Try to draw the X's on his eyes. Oops. X. It's hard to tell where his eyes were, to be honest. We did too good of a job. So it's like here and here. There. Sick. Sick. And then I don't really know if this is like the red we want, but blaze it. Oops, that's a little far. All right. Oops. Yeah, I mean that actually looks kind of good. I don't know if I'm like getting confused by the lighting here, but I think that looks it's kind of a nice color. I'll take it. And then do we want to do like give him like a bone spot in the middle? You know, or are you kind of like what is like is it just this? That looks weird to me. If we want to pretend like he has like a spine, I guess that's fine. Fuck it. Sure. I don't know, man. We don't have to think too hard about this. Or okay, so make it a literal bone. I was considering that, but this is going to end up like on the ground, I guess, and in the backpack. Those are kind of like the two things. So we could just start trying to put this in the backpack now and then try to figure out like the rest a little bit later. Maybe. Um yeah, can we also like overlay the original guy in here as well? I think link is a better word here. Link character blend. Let's just keep the original in here. But the original is like stuck deformed, which is oh no, it's not. Wait, hold on. What am I looking at here? What am I looking at? I guess I can't link him. Wait, which one of these is the linked one even? Am I fucking high? This is the linked one. So can I turn off modifiers on this linked guy? Nice, I can. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So what was I even trying to do here? I was trying to see like I was trying to compare it to the alive guy for some reason. Op with his fed. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. How did we get to purple? What did I miss? I don't know. I don't really know how it ended up there, to be honest. Yeah, I really don't feel like we need this reference. I don't know why I thought we did. Okay. Here is our little dead body. Hell yeah. We probably... Do we want to animate it? Maybe. If I go back in here and we turn back this... yeah. I guess why not? And then we can kind of set his pose. We can make it so that when he's running around in the backpack, the arms like flapping around, which would be kind of funny. Um yeah, cool. Cool. So now what do I want to do? I guess I want to try going into a new file and putting this thing in a backpack on another guy. That'll help us kind of like imagine this thing a little better. I guess. All right. Link. So we want to link from dead guy. We want, you know, this part of him. Hype. And I guess we also want like the alive guy, because the alive guy is going to be wearing the backpack, which makes sense to me. So can we just like add like the whole fucking collection? Yeah, nice. Okay. Except it's hard to disable the fucking animations on this guy. Which I guess is fine. We'll just pretend he's running. Now, why is it not letting me move anything? Hello? Am I fucking mental? What's going on? Is it because it's like attached to the armature or something? Like, why can't I move this? Can I move this? Yes. Why can't I move this? That's so strange. Yeah, I don't understand what's happening. He's like locked to position for some reason. That's weird. Blender hurts my brain. Yeah. We're probably doing stuff in like a stupid way too. Which probably isn't helping. Like if we copy this, that's what we did before, huh? Yeah. I guess we could maybe, I wonder if you can do it like this. You make a collection, you link this part into the collection, then you can like instantiate this collection here and move that. All right, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, we got there. Oh, that's not good. It looks like we didn't save the texture that we were using. Okay, that's annoying. That is annoying. Yeah, this happens to me all the fucking time. So we have to go back here and like just redraw all this shit. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. So we did like something like this down here. Oh god, that's annoying. This. And then yeah, something like this. All right. Okay. Boom. Hello, mix. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And then everything else. we erase alpha. Chillin'. Chillin'. Okay, and then we have to be very careful to make sure that this actually fucking saves this time, because I'm tired of this shit. I guess, like, kind of like this. Whoa. I guess we erase first. Ugh. Fine. Fine. Okay. Now you have to buy a drawing tablet because reasons. Yeah, save here. Ah, aha, aha, aha. Okay, so this is Dead Eyes PNG. Does that fix it? I think so, maybe? Save to Dead Eyes. Nice. Okay. Bump, bump. Okay, so now, how do I, like, get into this color? I guess we just do it again here. Alright, 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 alright. And then we put a bone in the middle or something. Alright, let's try that again. Image, save. Okay, save. Okay, and then is this thing correctly linked to that? Assets, blend, character, dead eyes. Yes, okay, maybe that's better. What are you doing? What am I doing? Yeah, dude, what the fuck are we doing, dude? There we go. Okay. We're doing some modeling. Doing some modeling for our shitty little game. Okay, so the question is how do we, like, position this so that it's, like, funny? You know? Like, you could... I guess you kind of want to, like, rotate it so that the flat end is, like, this. And then I think you want the arm kind of, like, vertical, like, out dangling out the side. I think it's funnier if the eyes are up. Right? Like, this is kind of, like, better. But then you need the, like, arm to be, like, dangling down, which we can do after. And then I also would have preferred that, like, you see more of the, like, bloody mess. So maybe we kind of curve the cut up. That's, like, a real option here so that you can kind of see it bleeding. Or maybe if the backpack is just covered in blood, that's good enough. Looks interesting. What kind of game? The goal is to be kind of like a party game RTS. So it's gonna be like short games, like maybe like 5 minutes, and like it's controller based, I guess. And we can kind of like show you the mock-up at the very least. Right? So you're gonna have like some map where you've got your guys running around running into each other, and the fighting mechanic is just going to be like they're going to be running towards like a drone in the sky, and when they collide they start like doing actions like fighting and stuff. And then what we're seeing here is kind of like, hello, did I not open a new instance of Blender? God damn it. What we're seeing here is kind of like the game mechanic of when they kill someone, they're going to feed their bodies to a big slug man. And so we're kind of like trying to make the asset of, you know, bring it back. The dead body having the same animation right now is kind of funny. I guess we can actually fix that right now. We can make it so that the dead character, we can fix the animation on this guy. So we want the arm to be kind of like flailing backwards, right? I think it was something like that. So we want to like clear the whole animation if we can. Which, how the fuck do I do this? I'm used to seeing more in here, but I guess delete keyframes. Okay. Can we reset all transforms here? There we go. So we set them back like this. And then a bit like an auto battler. More control than that. You're gonna control the drones. So it's like like the fighting inspiration is from this game called like Liquid Wars. This game banged, dude, back in the day. But like in this game, you were like a puddle of goo, and you like the goo kind of like absorbed other goo. Let's see. Let's see. You know that one? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's kind of like this, right? Where you have like your cursor and all of the like dots kind of just like trend towards the cursor, and so you're kind of using that to like fight this way. This is like kind of like the inspiration, but we're going to add like a couple more steps. I don't know if like the making like us carry the guy back like the absorption model for us is going to be like based off of feeding a slug monster with dead bodies, so it's going to be like a little bit slower, I think, but I think it'll work. We'll see. Okay, so if we want the arm to be dangling, his eyes are kind of like off to the side. I can't remember how we had him positioned. I cannot remember. Uh, it was just eyes straight fucking up. So we kind of want this thing to kind of look like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then when he's running, the animation is just going to be like the arm flopping around, right? So which frames is he like? Is he hitting the ground on? Frame 3? Frame 3, 6, and presumably 9 or 10 are like the important ones. So 3 and 9, we want it to be kind of down. Just to give us like something to. Then at like 6, we want it to be kind of like up. So it's going to be like, yeah, something like this. We don't have to be too careful right now. So if we like make this thing reload. That's not quite it, is it? Not quite it. So it's like we kind of want it like here. The arm's like at his peak. The arm is like actually like straight upwards, even. Right? We kind of want it to be like. Yeah, kind of like this. I didn't save maybe? Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's kind of closer. It's fucking stupid, but. And then is he at peak at 0? Yeah, it kind of is. So like at 0 and 12. This is like, we don't have to be perfect here. It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. But the vision is there. Yeah. So look at this. Looks like this game will be at least PG-13. Well, it's real child. It's really cartoony because I can't make anything that looks real. So, dude, that's so fucking stupid. Looks like a different motion you do normally. I don't think that you know how to do that right. If that's what you think it looks like. Surely you're doing something that the rest of us are not. I'll tell you that much. Okay. So I want him like in the backpack. So let's, I guess, try to move everything here so that it's kind of centered where the backpack would be. I guess. And then even here, we probably want to rotate all of this so that it's kind of more aligned with like the world. And now we'll rotate the backpack back later. Okay. If he's in the backpack, how will the arm dangle? The backpack won't close because his head's too big for it. Right? So I'm kind of imagining like something like this. Like the backpack is kind of like maybe kind of like this. Is this how backpack looks? Right? With like the zipper kind of like dangling down like this type shit. You know what I mean? How do I fucking clear this again? I should never use this feature because I don't know how to fucking use it. How do I clear... N? Oh, sure. Then find the annotations panel. Okay. Or the entire annotations data block. Then what? Has to be a bowling bag, fits too well. Oh yeah, that's not crazy. Click and hold the annotate tool. You should see the annotate eraser tool appear. True. Okay, sure. That's good enough for me. I'll take it. What is like a bowling ball bag? This isn't really what I was imagining. I'm imagining like I wish I could, like, it sucks because I like have stuff in my head and I just like am not capable of like putting it on the screen. But I'm kind of imagining like a kind of like a square-ish backpack, maybe with like a pocket here. Like this type of shit. And then like this thing has to like kind of open. But like I like this, I like the look of this when it's like closed. Use a sack as a backpack with a rope to close it. Oh yeah, that's kind of funny too. Yeah, that is kind of funny. Like the burlap sack type shit. I think I want this. So we'll just kind of try that and see how it goes. Cute. Perfect. Nothing to erase. Shut the fuck up. So I guess I don't know. There, backpack. So I guess the front side is going to be like pushed right up against his back to the point where it's like almost nothing. Then like what? Like something needs to come around, I guess, right? So we're gonna have to like, I don't know, man. Like all of these faces need to come out, I guess, to make like a little pocket. Is that what like a bag looks like? No. That does not feel like what a bag looks like. But I guess it does need like open backpack. What the fuck does this look like? Yeah, I guess kind of something like this is very close to what I was imagining. So you kind of have like a tube and then where like a zipper where it kind of opens up. Yeah, can we like just like paste this somewhere? That seems kind of like a good reference. We'll just call this like, can we go up one? How do I get up? Up. Backpack. And we'll save this as ref. Okay, can we then wrong window? This one. How do I add image reference like this? Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. So I guess maybe we I guess we do this. Cute. Perfect. That's what it looks like. It's just like this. uh then it's like, you know, let's just block it out. There. Backpack. Then like, you know, backpack. You guys see it, right? Backpack. Okay. I see a kettle. Yeah, fair. Okay. So we need to kind of create like the hole that this thing's gonna live in. So it's like, you know, this stuff kind of has to come down towards like, you know, a smallish point. Probably do the same thing on the other side. Then we delete all of these faces and kind of make it so that they have like an inside, probably. Um, how the fuck do I get in here? So, I guess we can kind of start it like this, and then you can add like a solidify modifier to fix it a little bit later. Sure. So let's not worry about trying to fill it in. Can we kind of select like? I kind of feel like here we're just gonna need more faces. I wonder if it makes sense to kind of model it as like a rigid thing and then add an armature to it to animate the flap. Maybe. Nah, it's probably gonna be pretty stable. Like the open version, I think it's probably. I guess it'll probably bounce a little bit when he's running, but not that much. So we can probably just model it open. It would be kind of funny if you just throw the image on his back. Yeah, that's. I do like. You know, you're on the right track, but I do. I prefer like stylistic shit. Right? Like that would be, I think, too much in the direction of laziness shit instead of like an actual bit. You know what I mean? You know? Oh yeah, I mean that looks pretty fucking sick. Even just like with a couple of subdivides. Whoo! Here we would just need to like kind of crease this. Which comes from like here somewhere. I guess probably. Oh, I'm missing something here. Crease is not it. Maybe it's a loop cut. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the shit, dude. Maybe even both ways. And then like one here somewhere as well. How do I like make it so that? Oh, that one. Look at this. It's like too much. Too much. I guess it's probably these kind of need to come out as well. Womp, 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 womp. And then like, you know, something like this, round it out a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. Okay. So now we want to take kind of like everything on like this section, I guess. Probably everything to the left of the crease almost. And rotate it, kind of like pivot it around the crease point, I guess. Right? So if we were to do like something like put the cursor here and then do like a rotate around cursor, you can kind of see that. Maybe this stuff, no. Yeah. Maybe this stuff, yes. Yeah. Yeah. And then probably we kind of need all of this stuff. Like we kind of need more resolution here, I think, so that we can kind of make it like rotate more at the top to open it up a little bit. How do we want to do this? Proportional edit, maybe? Yeah, that kind of feels right. Yeah, that kind of feels like okay. Ish. Can we bring the head back now and like try to figure out how to fit that shit all together? So we have this all facing the wrong way. No more proportional editing. Bounding box center. So let's turn this shit kind of around. And kind of line it up a little bit with his back. I think this needs to be everything kind of way smaller. That's kind of close. I guess maybe fatter? I don't really know. That feels like it's close. This is for heads, is it not? Yeah, exactly. This is gonna kind of... I don't like, it feels like too big. Just kind of overall. So I kind of feel like I want it to be like smaller and for him to be like spilling out of it more. Which means that like the we kind of have to open up this like backside a little more. Right, this thing needs to be like really fucking stretched, I guess. Right, like kind of like, oh. You know, like way the fuck out here. So fucking stupid. Guys, we're artists around here. We could probably even go like a little bit smaller and more open. I think like the more like the more stretched it looks, kind of like the better. We gotta be careful a little bit, but I was like, I kind of want this stuff to kind of all stick out a little more. You know, like something like this. If the backpack is moving with the running animation, it would be awesome. Yeah. Agreed. We need to animate also the flap. We kind of I think that like this whole thing, we need it to kind of be like this thing needs to be kind of like bouncing around in the bag, right? And like this stuff needs to be kind of like bouncing up and down as well. Right? Like as he goes up, this thing can close, and when it comes back down, it's gonna like flop a little bit. But I mean that's enough to get vibes for sure. And probably like we don't need to add backpack straps or anything. If this thing kind of just like sits flush on his back, it's kind of fine. I kind of feel like this whole thing should kind of maybe even like kind of come up like this, right? Like, you know, and then kind of this whole world is like rotated like this, right? Because he leans back when he runs. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I'm into it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. Let's texture this thing at least a little bit. Nick Tara, thanks for the prime. Much appreciated. Let's just hide this. We don't need it. Okay, cool. So let's color this, and then we have to be careful about face orientation. So all of the since we modeled this as like one thing, all of the faces that are inside are like the same as the outside faces, kind of. And so the trick that I use for this is you just solidify this thing a little bit. You're like, yo, could you please be like 1 millimeter thick, please? And then that kind of like just fattens it out a little bit so that at the very least, if light gets in this section, it doesn't like fuck everything up. This guy needs some chill. Just kind of imagining like something like this. I think that these things are usually kind of more matte-y. And then let's kind of fix the like auto smooth angle. Do we just want like fully shade, like smooth shaded? It's hard to tell when it looks so like shiny. Should we make it really shiny? Wrong way. There we go. That looks a little bit. There we go. That looks a little better. A little better. Probably like adding like a little texture to this thing will probably help a lot. I think auto smooth does kind of feel better. We just have to find like the correct smoothness angle, or I mean, we can kind of like hack it by kind of like if we like bring this stuff in, then the angles are less sharp and those automatically get smoothed a little better. Okay, so like something like that. Yeah, fuck it. That looks pretty decent. And then like I think just if like just throwing like a little bit of texture on this goes like a long fucking way. Like if we're like, I don't know, noise texture. And then we kind of like just huck this at like the normal map or something. And we just make sure to like crank the resolution. Can we make the world brighter so we can fucking see this shit? If you go like, I guess if we plug it in here, we can kind of see the scale of the noise. Just crank that shit. Crank that shit. Soldier boy. Tell him. Right? And then we like use that in the normal thing. We probably want it to like, I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, something like that. Just give it like a little bit of like that like fabric feel, you know? Is that the boys reference? I don't know what you're talking about. It looks too much like plastic like molded plastic or something. It's not really what I'm shooting for. Which means that like probably just even like strength of this goes down even more. Or maybe like scale of this goes up. I don't know, man. So hard to fucking tell. Especially in this like shitty light. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know, man. What's going on here? I've never seen this before. It looks too much like plasticky by doing that. I want like fabric. You know, what the fuck does this shit look like? I guess it's like cross-stitched. Right? It's very like uniform. Nobody's gonna notice that. Yeah, I agree. But it's like you do see it like even like from here, you can tell that this and this are different, right? That's kind of what I was going for. Is like that looks just like weirdly fucking smooth, right? And this looks like not weirdly smooth. Now it looks weirdly something else. But it does like do something, you know? If you just like fucking throw some like white noise at the normal texture. But I don't like what this is. I don't like what I've done here. But you need something. I wonder if just like hucking this into the roughness texture kind of helps a little bit. No. It did feel better here. It's just like... Oh, maybe that helps. Decreasing like the amount of the bump. I guess it really does not fucking matter. Sure. I just want it to not look so fucking like straight. Which this is not helping anymore. Which probably means that this distance has to go up a little bit. There we go. Fine. You need to export as AK? I don't know. I bet you if we like look at this thing, right? Like that's very visible. You know? But whatever. That's fine. Okay. So I guess the next step is to like rig this shit and import it somewhere. Bump, 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 bump. So I guess if we parent this to character, does that kind of help us? If we do this, no, because the the character, he's not ever moving, which sucks. So can we fix that? I don't know if that's easy to fix. I don't know if that's easy to fix. So I guess we can just, like, for shits and giggles, animate it with it, and we'll see how it goes. Let's add the armature for the flap, I guess. Armature. And oops, this guy's kind of in like a fucked up spot, but that's okay. Can we like clear location? There we go. Okay, so I think all I want for Christmas is you. I think all I want is like kind of something that resembles, you know, this. Right? Like even 3 bones is probably enough. Probably. We probably want like 1 bone for like kind of just like the root, I guess. Right? Like just kind of oops. You know, one thing just for like kind of the lineup with his back, and then everything else is for the flap. So I think here we probably want to, I think you parent it this way. So now when I move, like, if we go into pose mode and we move this, everything moves. We move. Yeah. Okay, cool. So can we take our backpack and like parent it to this thing with automatic weights? Let's just take a look to see how that looks. We might actually, before we do that, we probably want to apply the subdivision on the backpack. Probably just want to like apply all of our modifiers here, I think. Apply. We probably don't need to apply the shade smooth, but we do. Even the solidify, we probably don't have to apply. It's probably more about that subdivide was probably the important one. Okay, backpack, armature, parent with automatic weights. And let's just take a little look skis to see what that did. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking promising. Right? That looks about like what I would do, I think. So can we like pose mode this thing and just like play with it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tell me that's not right. Oh yeah. Okay. Uh can we parent this to the armature as well? Yeah, here's what we'll do. We parent this to the armature, and we actually probably move the whole object as the part of the animation, not like the pose mode of the thing. Right? So like here. Sure. Yeah. So we want to go to like this. This stuff all comes. Oops. This all comes down. Keyframe location. Probably actually 1 over. Probably. Nice. Okay. Then here we probably want a keyframe here. Then here. Uh-huh. And then we copy this stuff back here. Even that is pretty fucking funny. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. It's so stupid. All right, all right, all right. Okay, and then we want to kind of like animate the actual rotation as well, right? So we kind of want to like, so like when he's at like here, this stuff kind of has to like open up a little bit more, right? Then here we kind of, I think we want it to like, this guy kind of like moves up. You know what I mean? Like this guy kind of comes up like this. Then like at the bottom, it's like this again, kind of sunken in. Then here it's up again. Hey, can you shut the fuck up and just like, you know, I guess I shouldn't say words that will get me banned on Twitch, but fuck you. Just like go away. You're so like, just don't be fucking annoying, please. Okay, so here he wants to be kind of at the bottom. Then here he's up at the top again. Here he's down at the bottom. Here we want him to be up at the top, kind of outside again. He's flying up. And then here we probably want to duplicate his location and rotation at the beginning. Okay. So he kind of sinks in the bag, and then now we can start animating like the pose of the actual backpack as well. Pose mode. All right. All right, so we could kind of do something like this. If you weren't streaming and just working, we'd be thinking out loud. No, that's a streaming thing. That's for you guys. I actually had to practice that a lot. It's like a lot. Yeah, it's not natural at all. But that's okay. I think it's like the world's best interview prep. Is what I think. All right. Hype. It's so stupid, but it's kind of sick, dude. That's kind of fucking sick. It's perfect. Dude, I'll take it. Womp 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 womp. I think it'd be nice to add some like zippers and shit here. I think the backpack could use a little work, but yeah, that's a step one if I've ever seen one. Oopsies. What the fuck does do? Sick. Okay. So now I want to keep this kind of all separate. So we need to find a way to like export this as like just the backpack, I think. And the dead guy head is like just the dead guy head. I think these aren't things that we can like easily import into the game right now, but this is like a good starting point. I guess we commit backpack and dead character. And then in here we had this reference here as well. And then we also needed dead eyes. True. All right, what's that look like? Sure. Sure. Whip, dead guy, and backpack. Hell yeah. I'm pretty pleased with that. That's so funny. Oh, it's so good. It's so sick that like that you can just like make whatever you want. Like I know it's like such like a simple concept, but just like the idea that I can like think of this thing and now it exists is like this is why I like programming so much. Is it's just like you can just like express anything you can think of. And the only limitation is like how creative you are and like how much you're willing to attempt to like make your thing come to life, right? Like we're obviously cutting a lot of corners here because like our ability is like not that high, but like even this amount is like fucking awesome. It's so sick. um okay, I guess break time. I think it's break time. So we're gonna be working on trying to do any form of animations in the game for real, right? Because all of this is like uh just kind of, how do I say this? Oh, this is only in Blender, right? And so like our little application, like our where we're actually going to be running this game, uh, he only knows how to do this part. He's like got the bones for the running animation, and he's like knows how to animate those, but he does not know how to apply them to like the mesh. So the plan for mainstream today is to try to figure out how to do that. So let's go into break time, and then we'll start on this in like 10 minutes.